Good evening, guys. So, this video is particularly for the folks who are a part of or who are a part of internship or Gen Z, or you are going through CSD. So, there are a lot of questions that I've seen related to domain. So, what is my domain? Or can I go ahead and change my domain? So, I am allocated to this one. However, I'm more inclined or I'm interested to learn this particular technology. So, can I go ahead and change my domain? Or I do not like testing. I want to be a developer. So, all these questions I have seen in my video as well as in other videos as well. Now, also, I encountered these questions when there are guys in office. For them, this is going to be a very small one. So just one small detail I would like to share. Yes, domain change is possible. However, there are a couple of things you have to keep in mind. First thing is, on what basis you are being hired. So you are being hired because one particular business need a particular number of guys from a particular set of technology. Based on your interviews, based on your education background, you are being mapped to a particular service line or a domain. So the interviewer thought that yes, you can do it, and your education background showed that yes, you can go ahead and work well in this particular service line or in this particular domain. So I'm not pinpointing any domain in particular right now. Based on that, your hiring happens, and based on that, you are being mapped to one particular domain and a particular learning track. Now, you don't like it. You don't want this domain to be there. You want to shift your domain. Now, guys, as I said, yes, it can be done. However, it depends on the availability of the domain that you want to go to. That's one thing. Second, do you have the skill set to work in a domain that you want to be? What background are you from? And is there an availability? As I said, so you have to check with the service line as well, and the current service line that you are in, are they going to go ahead and let you go? Because if they have already trained you, or if your training has already started, and if you're already been mapped, it's very difficult to go ahead and put you in a different service line, because you are there because of a particular demand. All right, so if you've been pushed to a different service line, it's going to change the entire mapping. Okay, and that is the reason domain changes are not advisable while you are in training. However, as I said, yes, it can be done. So you can change your domain once you go ahead and complete your training, or you should actually. So this is my advice, because after I have spent with this organization for more than a decade, almost a decade now, which means about 10 years. I have changed multiple service lines. So I was with the BFS, that's banking and finance. I shifted to testing, that is QE and A. I have moved to MDU. I have moved to corporate. Now I have moved to HR. So there are many places I have moved around. So based on my experience, I'm telling you guys, yes, domain change is possible. However, if you are in training, do not ask for a domain change, because it, as I mentioned, there are a couple of things that comes into play: availability, your learning skills, your capability, openings in other service line, if they want you or not. Then many things combined together. So whatever service line you are allocated with, whatever service line you are getting trained on, please finish your training. Go ahead and be in a project. Learn how the project goes through. Learn what exactly is the work that you will do in project, because what you learn in training and what you actually do in projects, there is a difference. So once you're in a project, you will have that understanding, you will have the visibility, you will get to know people. Using them, you can move to the domain that you want to. Go ahead and upgrade your skill. Every Cognizant employee have access to Udemy. Go ahead and learn the skills that you want to for the domain that you aspire to. Go ahead and take up the courses which are there. If possible, go ahead and do external certification. If approved, some of the certification can be reimbursed partially from your project. Once you're in project, work in that project for at least a year. You will get an idea about how it works in corporate, how it works in corporate projects. Once you do that, then go ahead and choose the domain, look for the availability or opening. You will find those emails, or rather, you can find their options either via TSC, that is Talent Supply Chain Management Contact, or from Aspire, or TMP, that is Talent Marketplace. Choose the opening, reach out to the hiring manager, have a word with your current project manager or ACM manager, and do the shift. You can do that, and that's the proper way you should change your domain. You just cannot go ahead and, or you should not actually go ahead and change your domain while you are in training. So that's what I wanted to share, guys. So if you want to know more about it, more in detail, in depth, because this is going to be a very short video, I am just doing it while coming back from office. Usually I don't have time during the day. So if you want to have a small video, or rather a kind of a detailed video on this, let me know. I will try to go ahead and share some video in proper setup, like in a proper lighted place from my home, not from my car, and do it for you guys. All right. So watch it. Let me know if you like it or not, or and just put a comment if you think there is some more update you want. All right. So that's about it, guys. So thank you so much for listening. You all have a great day. Stay well, stay healthy, complete your training, and be a part of a project and grow. Best of luck, guys. Thank you so much.